Hi, Ellen. Welcome back to the studio.
Hi, Susan. Thank you for having me.
So, our last interview, really touched our viewers. So I want to start with Jacob. I want to talk about your beloved son, Jacob, who was born with a rare neurodegenerative disorder and defied the odds, lived till 21 years of age. Would you mind telling us a little bit of his journey?
Absolutely. So Jake was our firstborn, and we were so excited to be parents. And we noticed very early on that he wasn't making the milestones that all the books said he was supposed to make. He wasn't tracking with his eyes. He wasn't able to lift his head. And we started testing at around 3 weeks of age. And by 4 months of age, he was diagnosed with a fatal, rare neurodegenerative disease called Canavan disease. So it robbed him of everything we take for granted. Jacob wasn't able to walk or talk or see or move. He lost his ability to eat by mouth. But he did live until 21 years of age.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So can you take me back to the moment when you first found out of his diagnosis?
Yes. We were at Sick Kids Hospital. Mm-hmm. And we had the most beautiful team of doctors. And our genetics doctor, she had this most beautiful accent, South African accent, very strong. And I remember listening to her beautiful voice and telling me these words about my son. Mm-hmm. And I was, how could that be? How could someone with your beautiful voice be telling me the worst things I could ever either hear or even imagine to hear? Mm-hmm. That my son isn't going to live and may not even live till 5. That to me was so shocking, and I remember it so sharply.
I have shivers because I feel like no one's ready for that, that news. And how do you even process that? Like, really? But moving forward, I mean, Jacob has been such a powerful teacher. Mm-hmm. for you. Maybe share with us, 5 special things that he's taught you about yourself through life.
Taught me about me. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
He taught me about the true meaning of unconditional love. He taught me that I'm much stronger than I ever thought I was. He taught me to be in the moment always, and to try to be in that moment, because when you can be, there's nothing better. And he taught me about appreciation, and to always appreciate the big things and especially the little things. A simple kiss, a walk on a beautiful day, going for a ride in a boat, being in the water, a little cuddle at night. Oh.
You're touching my heart right there, because these are things, I mean, it's so beautiful that these are things that your son taught you.
Yes.
Because some people go through a lifetime and they don't get these things.
Well, he forced you. Because he couldn't do all these things that we all can do. When you were with Jacob, life stopped. And it moved very slowly. Mm-hmm. So you had the time to just appreciate and look around and be with him all the time. And that was a true gift. And I got that gift for 21 years.
So during this time, you built Jacob's Ladder. During the time that you were with your son here, you're building Jacob's Ladder, raising more than $3 million for research, therapy, and education. So how did you do that? Like, where did you find your strength and determination?
Well, it wasn't just me. It was our family, our friends, our community. Mm-hmm. We all came together and formed Jacob's Ladder, which was incredible. And a Starbucks, believe it or not, because I used to love my lactose-free latte, and Jake and I would stroll every day to our Starbucks, and we were part of a gene replacement trial when Jake was just 8 months of age. And it was all over the news because it was groundbreaking at the time. And I walked into my Starbucks, and the Starbucks said, "I recognize you from the news. And this must be Jacob." Yes, this is Jacob. Said, "We want to help you. We want to do something with your family to help you. It must be really expensive what you're doing." And he said, "Yes, wow." So I went home and I said to Jeff, "Starbucks wants to help us." And together we started a charity, which, as you said, was for education, research, and awareness into neurodegenerative diseases. That's where Jacob's Ladder was born.
So you partnered with Starbucks.
They were our first sponsor. Yes.
That's incredible. I actually don't know if I knew that. Very nice. So we're going to talk about grief for a moment, Ellen.
Okay.
So after losing Jacob, you and your daughter co-wrote a children's book, The Puddle Jumper. About grief. So maybe share with me what's at the heart of the story and perhaps how it's different than maybe some other books that tackle loss.
So the Puddle Jumper is geared towards children. But actually what we're finding is a lot of adults are reading this and saying, "I never looked at death that way. Thank you for this gift." But what we realized was I held grief very differently from Beverly, and Beverly held grief very differently from her brother Ben, and Ben held grief very differently than Jeff, and we were all grieving so deeply, but so differently. And grief is something, death is something that we all have to experience, but nobody talks about it.
Yeah.
So Beverly and I got together and said, we should really write something that addresses grief in a beautiful way, so people know whatever feelings they're having, it's okay. It's okay. These are huge feelings, and we don't know what to do with these feelings. So we decided to write this book.
Right. But you said each of your children and your husband and yourself probably too are all grieving in your own way. So tell us about the heart of the story, because it's unique.
So we were very lucky in my children received a few visits from a grief counselor just after Jacob passed.
Yeah.
And she introduced us to this analogy. Her name was Lisa.
Okay.
And she said, grief is like puddle jumping. It's, you don't know where the puddles are, and you are literally jumping from puddle to puddle to puddle.
Yeah.
And diving into this grief. And some puddles are far away, some puddles are deep, some are shallow, but we have to let ourselves sink into these puddles.
Yeah.
So we took this analogy and built the Puddle Jumper. And once we had written the story and found the most unbelievable illustrator, her name's Laurie Stein, Bevy and I searched through about 300 illustrators just to find somebody who had the fit that would be perfect. And we found her, and she was so lovely to work with. And we built the Puddle Jumper. Then we sent all the words that we had to the palliative care unit at Sick Kids. And their grief team looked it over, and it went back and forth with them to make sure we had the wording just so. So it's endorsed by them as well and used by them.
Amazing.
And it's being used by grief centers all over the world.
Wow. That's very special to know that. It's touching so many people. So would you say that is why one of the reasons how it might be different than some other books that tackle loss? Or
I think it's very raw and honest. I mean, it starts to say you can prepare for a test, you can prepare for a game, you can prepare, but you're never, ever prepared for the loss of someone you love.
And are the people in the story, is it representing your own family or just people?
Well, Beverly and I are the narrators, but we're not in it. It's jelly bean characters.
Okay.
So in different colors, so it can so everyone can relate to it. Doesn't matter what
children
age you
as young
are.
as little ones.
Little, yeah, little, and like every cartoon, it's very cartoonish. So like every cartoon, there's various levels where you receive the messages, right? So adults, friends of my mother who are in their 80s are loving this book. And
the thing is, this
children.
is a universal topic that everybody is going to experience with somebody in their lifetime. So I love that it's been endorsed by Sick Kids.
Yes.
And that it's really, meant for everybody. So Ellen, you recently took the stage for your first live TED Talk, Turning Your Pain into Purpose. And you did that in South Carolina.
Yes.
Please share with me what that experience was like for you and what it taught you.
Wow. So I often speak, and I love to speak. I love to share Jakey's story, but it's usually the lights are on and it's a group of friendly faces and it's often people I know. So I was approached to give a TED Talk and then had to try out, of course. So sent in my nomination and did everything I had to do, and I got accepted to this TED Talk in Hilton Head and took 6 months to write this because I wanted the words to just be perfect, because you have a time limit. You have 20 minutes.
20 minutes.
And you don't have a prompter. You do not have notes. And you want to get this right. It's for Jakey. I had to get this right.
I get that.
Yeah. So.
But speaking from the heart, you knew that this was going to be an easy task, but to narrow it to 20 minutes?
Narrow it to, so it was 16 minutes and 22 seconds, I believe.
Okay.
And I was lucky also to have a friend who's a coach. So I sent it all to her, and she was brilliant in her advice that she gave me. So for 6 months, all I did over my head was say it over and over and over again. When I was going to sleep, when I was walking around the block, I think all my neighbors thought I was talking to myself, but I kept doing it over and over. And then the day came, Jeff came with us and the kids, we were all there and they were in the audience.
So proud, yeah.
And went out and I felt I was ready, and I went out onto the big TED stage and stood on that red circle, planned my outfit, all of it was done, figured it out. And then I got on there and I wasn't aware of the lights. I thought I had rehearsed everything. Also, you can never truly be prepared for things because I couldn't see anyone in the audience and there were lights on me and I felt naked. I really did. I felt
you wanted
so
to have that
exposed.
connection.
I felt very vulnerable up there.
Someone out there is wanting to give a TED Talk, step on the stage. What advice would you have for them?
Be yourself. Be your authentic self. Don't try to be anyone else. Don't try to be impressive. Just be you. You're there to tell a story that no one else can tell. And that's why you're on that stage. So that's
good advice.
What I would say.
Okay. So Ellen, you've helped so many people in your lifetime work through adversity with your strength. So where do you get your strength from? Who do you lean on?
My family, my husband, for sure. I have the most beautiful friend group who I adore, and we just love each other so much. My community, and Jacob. All of the lessons that he taught me, that I have the honor and privilege to teach everyone. As long as I'm alive, I will teach those lessons.
And you do it so beautifully in your TED Talk. So, where can our viewers, people watching, see your TED Talk and purchase your book, The Puddle Jumper, yours and your daughter's, Bevy? Yeah.
So the book can be purchased on the Project Give Back website, which is www.projectgiveback.com, and that's where you can find my books as well.
Well, Ellen, really, thank you for being you. And I feel like we always have meaningful, heartfelt conversations. And I just love how you're carrying Jacob's lessons with you and sharing them with the world, because there are so many, and he'll always be right there with you, always. Yeah.
Thank you. So I have a gift for you.
Oh, a gift?
Mm-hmm.
A gift for
So-
me? Thank you. What is it?
Called the Jake Challenge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bracelet that I made personally. So for you.
Thank you, Ellen.
And it comes
And what is the challenge?
It's comes with a little booklet.
Mm-hmm.
And
Beautiful.
Jacob, there's a picture of Jakey there.
Oh,
and the
let's show the
lessons.
camera. Yeah. Oh,
So
thank you, Ellen.
the lessons are to take that shiny bead,
Yes.
and when you're not following those lessons, remind that to roll that bead towards your heart to remind yourself of those lessons.
Oh, Ellen.
Which are to be in the moment,
Mm-hmm.
to be grateful, to not cast judgment.
Beautiful. And I will absolutely do that. Thank you. Thank you so much.